So vintage is certainly a busy time of the year. We're picking 2 vineyards today, so the logistics is, yeah, bit of a nightmare, but that's part of the fun. The stress is, no 2 vintages are the same. Yeah, we don't dictate things. The grapes dictate when things are ready. So it's most important to pick the fruit when it's ripe. You can't create quality in the winery. It's got all true wine is made in the vineyard. Making wine, I want to really represent the vintage, variety, and where it comes from. And the wine should show purity and perfect balance. So even after 20 years now, so this is our 23rd vintage in One Tree Hill, we're still learning lots about the area, varieties and everything. So it's an exciting region, One Tree Hill. Watch this space. So back in 2002 is when we established the brand, Tenafeate Creek Wines, my father and myself. But there's a lot of history in the Costa family with growing grapes and winemaking. My grandfather, Vincenzo Costa, was a grower in the Barossa Valley when he migrated over from Italy to Australia. So he was a passionate farmer, grew apricots and stone fruits and of course grapes as well. And yeah, that's where it all stemmed from. Dad was actually formerly a hairdresser, turned winemaker. He unfortunately got diagnosed with an eye illness called macular degeneration. So instead of chopping off people's ears, he chopped grapes instead. So yeah, we took the hobby winemaking into a more serious note in 2002. I always had a keen interest when I was at school, so I went off, did vintages in the Barossa in France and Italy, did my degree in the Bachelor of Enology, and yeah, it's been quite the journey. So it's definitely not a job, it's a lifestyle. Today's the start of 2024 vintage. It's the 8th of Feb, and here we're picking in our home block, so Yetalunga, and we're picking some Shiraz today, some perfectly ripened Shiraz grapes. This vineyard, 300 metres above sea level. It's got lovely sandy soils and gives a lovely spicy, nice blueberry type character. So everything's shaping up to be a great harvest so far. Okay, so we've just hand harvested this beautiful Shiraz fruit from our estate vineyard, and now we crush the grapes. So that's basically the process of gently tipping the grapes into the crusher destemmer, separates the grapes from the stalk or the rachis of the bunch, and from there it goes into these open fermenters where it undergoes fermentation. So that fermentation process usually takes around 7 days. We also test the sugar levels in fermentation, morning and evening. So we test the Beaumay. So at the moment this is sitting around 7.8 Beaumay. So this is Shiraz for One Tree Hill. So we test the sugar, we take the temperature, and then of course we have to have a little taste, don't we? See how the wine's going. Beautiful. So here we are. This is what we're picking. It's a lovely Grenache today. This aspect of One Tree Hill is, I believe, is the coolest side. You're getting those lovely cool gully breezes. So even though today it's nearly topping 30 degrees, it's about 12, 13 degrees at the moment. There's winds as gusts through, and it's great for the fruit. Keeps the fruit nice and fresh and crisp, and it's fantastic for acid retention as well. It's slow development of flavours in the grapes, which is what you want. So when making our wines at Tenafeate Creek, we want the wine to represent not only the variety and vintage, but we want the wine to have a sense of place, so where it's from. So every vineyard we're sourcing our fruit from, there's different topography, different what the French call terroir. So when you taste Tenafeate Creek wines, you'll certainly see all the wines show a sense of place.